Oh my god.
Oh
This
my
is going to
gosh.
be good.
This Nuka
Yeah.
Lola is also iced. So
Yeah.
we've got the
Yeah.
Burchuck in the back pocket there. Iceman going with his double explosive setup with the Siki and the nade.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to be like a very much like both of these players are going to play super carefully because it, like whenever they get, boy, do you believe that the other player is going to rush confirm into that and get like half, at least a chug of the the other player's life here.
A chug of that Nuka Lola.
Yeah, exactly like that. Oh, and there we
Okay.
see it, just like that. Uh, and I do believe that this is actually super rare to see a homie versus a Siki like this. Uh, so it's like I do like believe that this is going to be. Oh my god, 440 for Iceman there, picking up
Iceman with the
pace.
big rush.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Oh my god.
Replicant can respond to that.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the rush available, so he can, close that gap very quickly. But if he even can land a hit right now, it's far away from him. Uh, but nice, gets that both homie and Siki explosion there for himself.
And another explosion onto Iceman's nade. If Replicant gets a 440 rush, which he sadly does not, he could
Yeah.
have still gotten that. Still gets a nice hit in with the cracker plus the damage of Ziki self-detonating.
Yeah,
This
and
could
it's
still be Replicant's match to take, but
yeah,
Iceman
it's just,
gets the timeout.
yeah, I was going to say, like, it's all about how well the players are going to deal with pressure because, uh, you know, it's one thing to get that early lead, but it's another thing to actually close it out. And we've been seeing, like, Iceman in the previous games where he got that lead and then he wasn't able to, like, close it out. And then you see some nerves coming into play and, it's difficult. Now we actually see Replicant choosing to not go with the homie. Still gets rushed though by Iceman, 460 even. I think that's the highest he's gone today,
Yeah,
thanks to
Iceman
the close
playing
quarters.
really close quarters with that
Yeah,
rush available. Now choosing to fall back into the long distance game we saw
yeah.
earlier.
Look,
Replicant now going in close.
yeah, I think this is actually like could be the response that Iceman has been looking for, and the other players as how do you counter the Nuka Lola? Well, you can have explosions yourself, and there you have it. At least that's how it's looking right now for Iceman, because the Replicant is having a lot of trouble with this, the sneaky Seeky, and as well as the grenade here. Yeah, and that's just gonna close it out right there. I won't be surprised if we see a character switch from Replicant this time around. I mean, I'm all about the explosive matchup, but if you get it that decisively, I'm not sure if that's like the optional op optimal choice, sorry, for Replicant to take. Yeah, and we're going to go back into the kind of banning picks from these players. And yeah, since this is still the losers semifinals, this is a best of three. So, if this would have been going on, I do believe that would the losers finals be a best out of five? Yeah, but anyway, so this is going to be no, it's a best out of three. Sorry, this is going to be a bit quicker than we imagined, but I can definitely see Replicant taking this back in the next game here. And yeah, he actually writes this in Discord here that he will be switching to the min. I'm happy to that he will be displaying that for the streams. I can't actually recall what kind of arms he is using on min. We'll just have to wait and see for that.
Definitely not the explosive ones, though, I think.
No, definitely not. And
Replicant is a very outspoken proponent against Triblast.
yeah, I mean, Triblast is like, oh my god, I'm
Which I may or may
going.
not play. What?
Yeah, like I think I think the Tri-Blast is one of those arms where it's like, it's definitely one of the top arms. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you agree with me, but like, as what we've been seeing at least in the recent tournaments, I've always seen a Tri-Blast on some player. Um, so I wouldn't be too surprised if that's maybe not nerfed, but at least reworked in a future balance patch from arms, because you know arms and Nintendo especially, like they're so good and being on top of these things. Like I know that tribal was a big issue for a lot of players before, but even so, they just buffed all the other arms, and then tribal wasn't that much of a problem. Anyways,
Oh, we
we're
have
going
a
into-
Biffler. We
Yeah.
have a Dragon Arm Biffler.
and this is interesting. I do believe Replicant choose to go with the Biffler here to kind of counteract the jumping of Ribbon Girl, and choosing to have it on the left arm, which is, I would just assume to have just the Biffler being even more quicker than it already is.
Yeah, that makes. I mean, the Biffler being that fast, being on the Dragon Arm, increasing its girth to 5.
Yeah,
That's going to be a really big hitbox to go for Iceman, and Iceman's 2 arms to counteract this aren't really the kind that you would use to punch.
No, yeah,
Real
no, I
with-
definitely see. Yeah, no, I definitely see what you mean there. Oh my god, okay, Iceman actually managed to cancel that rush here, and he's keeping up the pressure. Like he's not allowing, he didn't allow for Replicant to get that Dragon Arm for a very like significant amount of time there, for about 30 seconds, which is really important in this matchup. This is very different from the Lollapop matchup that we saw just previously. Because that Dragon Arm is so important for a Min. It gives her so many options that she doesn't have usually. With that, like, because you know,
Oh, the simultaneous rush.
yeah, and Iceman is gonna get out on top with that one. It looked like it could have gone either way there, even like almost a double KO almost. But you know, Iceman coming out clutching with that Siki. Not going to allow Replicant to get that initial Dragon Arm. So important. He doing that though, he like blindly rushed into that and manages to get it in the end. But you know, Iceman's pressure has been, you know, really solid so far. I wonder if we're going to see the trampoline break in this time. I don't think we've been seeing almost no grabs in this time around. It's, I mean, it's not an easy, and just as I say that, no, but it's not an easy feat to actually grab a Ribbon Girl while she's jumping around like crazy, and Min with that kind of long strides of dashes that she has available. It's just, you know, it's not too viable, I'd say.
Yes, both of these players are tending to stay around the outside ring anyway, so I don't think anybody is going to get knocked down into the middle or thrown into the middle.
Yeah, that's right. It's looking really now. It's kind of switching it up here for Replicant. He is managing to kind of fend off Iceman a lot, because it looks like he's kind of getting used to the Siki here with the Min. Because you know oh my god, that was
Oh, just wiggling around the grab. But
yeah, that was actually really important for Replicant now. Although Iceman has a rush available and could possibly end this if he gets a rush coming from here. Oh, it looks like he might do it as well, and he gets. Puts.
oh,
Replicant
there's a
out.
pixel.
Yeah, and it's 8 seconds left here on the clock. 7, 6, 5, and we'll see who gets out on top here just in a second here. If
Replicant does
No.
not manage to get it. The Siki takes it.
yeah, that's difficult. I think that you know, this style that Replicant was using just with the dragon there, it just didn't really work out. It's been really strong on what I've been seeing on rank, but not in this time around. So Iceman, who is seeded 8, will move on to the grand finals.
That's right.
that's
Iceman
hype.
is going to the grand finals. Replicant
So-
sadly ending here in 4th
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. And, you know, keeping his seed as a 4th. Iceman, though, going as seeded 8th versus seed 2, which is you know, if he pulls this one out, then this is going to be like an upset for sure. You know, both Frank, even to a certain extent, like 2-0ing Replicant like this is almost an upset, I'd say. Replicant and Frank have both been very active in, you know, online tournaments, and I think they've been in almost most of Shrimp's tournaments that are being streamed every week. So they definitely have a lot more tournament experience, I'd say.